so much for being here today, and I really appreciated spending time with you in Texas and all of the small businesses that you visited while you were down there. I think they loved seeing you. It was great that so early in your term that you have gotten all around the country. I applaud you for that because I know it's not easy for you and your family. I love the focus, though. I like the responsiveness. You were just asked questions about this one big, beautiful bill. Can you tell me a little bit how this one big, beautiful bill helps small businesses and why it was shocking to see every single Democrat, including those on the Small Business Committee, vote against it?
Absolutely. Thank you, Congresswoman. I appreciated the opportunity to be with you in your great district and visit manufacturers that are really making a difference in America, and look forward to continuing to meet with more small businesses across the committee's constituencies. The Big Beautiful Bill Act is vitally important to Main Street America. It is, it's pro-growth, it's pro-small business, and it's pro-worker. We have never had a bill like this in our country that ensures that small businesses can thrive with a 23% pass-through deduction, immediate expensing. It ensures that we start to cut spending, $1.6 trillion in mandatory spending that drove inflation that small businesses were crushed by under the last administration. It secures the border. Small businesses have been suffering from crime in their communities, needless crime. That went unenforced. So this is really a dream bill, and for small businesses, it prevents a nightmare happening that every Democratic member of this committee voted for, to raise taxes on small businesses, trillions of dollars, by 23%. Small businesses could not make it through a 22% tax increase. And so I'm really grateful for the support of this bill, and look forward to continued reductions in spending and taxes.
So I've been working with small businesses for about 20 years now, and I have never heard them say we want to have more regulations, right? We need the government to get out of our way. Over the last 4 years under the Biden administration, we have seen $1.8 trillion in additional new regulations. The only thing that I've heard from my Democrat colleagues is talking about tariffs. Now, you have talked to small businesses across this country. I know you have. Tell me how tariffs are actually helping the small business community.
Absolutely. When we've gone across the country, literally from New York to California, to Utah, to Tennessee, to Texas, to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, small businesses are investing and growing, but they say they have three big challenges. Regulation is always one of those three. Workforce is always one of those three, and the threat of rising taxes. And so small businesses are grateful that they now can have the commitment of fair trade, something that they could have never dreamed of under the Biden administration, who was pushing more and more trade imbalance. We had a $1.2 trillion trade imbalance in this country in 1 year. It had grown by 20%. That meant small businesses were being robbed of opportunity while countries around the world erected barriers against our small businesses. I visited one logistics operator in New Jersey that said that he used to have 50-50 import-export. It had gone to 90% import, 10% export, shutting small businesses out of markets around this world. Small businesses can now compete on a level playing field thanks to President Trump's fair trade agenda.
Thank you very much. Yesterday, the Rules Committee favorably reported My American Entrepreneur's First Act, which would codify President Trump's executive order and your new rule, by the way, that all SBA loan applicants have their age and citizenship status verified. Last night in Rules, I was told by a number of my Democrat colleagues that we have absolutely no experience with this at all. We don't have any evidence that there has been any kind of use of illegal immigrants receiving SBA funds. What have you found?
Congresswoman, thank you for the question. It's really important that everyone in this committee hear this. The DOGE team did help us identify $630 million of fraudulent loans that were granted to individuals over the age of 120 or under the age of 11. That's why absolutely it's critical that we have age verification. We also found SBA loans to non-citizens. We were able to cancel those. They were approved under the Biden administration. That's why we need citizenship verification.
We also heard some questions about your new rule that you want to be able to move SBA offices out of areas that are sanctuary cities. Can you say anything about that and the importance of it?
Well, it's vitally important. We just saw yesterday in Boston, one of the sanctuary cities that will be leaving, 1,400 illegals, gangbangers, traffickers, sex offenders were arrested. We cannot support cities that don't support federal law, and I'm grateful to ICE and Secretary Noem for advancing these efforts.
Thank you very much for your testimony. I yield back.